Sonic the Hedgehog intros are a huge staple in the franchise, but one genre of intros goes relatively overlooked. That's why in this video, I will be ranking every Sonic the Hedgehog TV show intro, starting with Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and ending with Knuckles. So, Chaocast, what constitutes a strong opening? I think a fantastic opening consists of amazing music and excellent visuals. Now that's out of the way, enjoy! Well, it's probably clear to everyone why Sonic Prime's intro is at the bottom of my list. It takes the cake for being least creative. Hell, they just slapped Sonic Prime's logo on the screen and made it crack. There are two variants of Sonic Boom's intro, but they're so similar that they don't warrant another spot. I mean, the intro does its job, but it's not memorable in the slightest. It's just our furry friends rotating like rotisserie chickens behind soulless PNGs of themselves. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog's opening has to be one of the more unique openings on this list. Who knew the Hall of the Mountain King could fit in a Sonic opening? I love the implied symbolism of like the loop-de-loops, the half-pipe, and even a reference to the opening sequence to Sonic 2. Speeding by next is Sonic Sad AM's intro. Released along with Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, this show took an edgier, more serious approach on the Blue Rodent. The visuals are nothing special, but the song does have a catchy chorus. For those who don't know, there are like 20 versions of Sonic X's theme, but only around 4 of them branch out into brand new songs. The writer of this song has to be one hell of a lyrical genius because Sonic X is the only lyric that this song has to offer, but it's catchy nevertheless. Knuckles' intro has to be the most unique on this list in a way that it uses Scandal's The Warrior. I like what they did with the little doodles on the CDs, especially with Team Sonic, and Wade is not a part of the team. I never watched Knuckles, so tell me in the comments if the show is great.
I will cross my fingers, hoping not to be sacrificed.
Next up is Sonic X's Italian theme. Finally, there is a Sonic X opening that doesn't heavily utilize the pilot's footage. It makes the opening so refreshing. I can't really describe this intro. It's kinda like explaining the color blue to a blind person, but I recommend you guys check it out in your free time.
Triplets born, the throne awaits. A seer warns of a deadly fate. Give up your children, separate. Sonic Underground! Sonic Underground!
Triplets born, a throne awaits. Right, guys? Although Underground and its visuals aren't the best that the franchise has to offer, the opening, on the other hand, is a different story. The adequate storytelling pushes this song towards the top of the list. When watching Underground from an episodic sense, anyone could get the gist of the show without watching the first episode.
Get in the ray, get ready for the time to come. If you're strong, you can fly, you can reach the other side. Sonic boom, Sonic boom, Sonic boom. Running fast, Sonic boom, Sonic boom. Save the planet from disaster.
Placing this one is kinda weird, but hypothetically speaking, Sonic CD's intros should be included in the list because they were made by the company Toei, who happens to work on the Dragon Ball anime. Personally, I prefer the Japanese version, but I wouldn't call you crazy if you prefer
The American opening.
For me, there's more meaning to You Can Do Anything versus Sonic Boom from a lyrical perspective. Sonic CD's You Can Do Anything is one of the most influential songs I have ever heard. I suppose a simple assertion like You Can Do Anything could encourage a man to pursue his dreams. The visuals are tremendous, with each frame being hand-drawn. For a quick honorable mention, I want to place Look-alike from Sonic OVA. Sonic OVA technically has no opening, but the outro can't go unnoticed. Some fans say the song is downright nonsensical, but if you look at it from a philosophical lens, it starts to make sense. The lyric Air and Oxygen refers to, well, air and oxygen, but the main difference is that oxygen is a pure element versus air, which is a mixture of other substances. The song uses that as a form of symbolism. Lastly, for all the marbles, drumroll please, Sonic Drive from Sonic X. Sonic Drive is up there with my top 10 anime openings of all time. The use of the pilot's footage was executed so perfectly. My favorite part has to be the build-up. Gets the blood pumping every time. I swear, if anyone told me that I would have made a part 2 to this video, I probably would have called them crazy. Speaking of crazy, I decide to rank every single Sonic the Hedgehog TV show ending. If you thought this video was great so far, the next video will whisk you to a completely different realm. Funny jokes, pointless anger, next time on Chaocast.